All right. Hey, everybody. This is Eric from TopFlight Trades. It is January 30th. It's January 30th, Friday night. Just doing as I call the TopFlight Trades happy hour. This is a very informal event where I pretty much get on the computer here, start looking at charts. I'm just turning on the camera, inviting input, feedback, correspondence from any of you if you'd like to ask any questions or talk stocks. That's what I'm here for. So I'm just going to take a look and see how we're doing. I got some work I have to do. I pushed the invite out to some of our members. I don't expect them to certainly be around with such little notice because this is very spontaneous. I plan to do this at least 2 nights a week at a specific scheduled time. In addition, for our members, I'll have also some more non-public time that will be more one-on-one video hangouts amongst us so we can talk about some certain things. But that's what's going on here. So I'm pretty much going to look at some charts. I wanted to pretty much put this out there. So what a day today, huh? Man, here we're closing out the month. Today was the final trading day of the month. And I know as far as our premium picks, we were up 2 days ago. We were up overall of all 30 stocks that we're in, up 6.5%. Then it dropped to 4%. Then it went back up to 6%. And technically calculating HA, Hawaiian, it's not Hawaiian Air, HA, that dropped 27% today. That pulled the numbers down. So I'll take a look at that. Of course, we had stopped out of that long prior to that at 8%, so that helped the numbers. But for the most part, we were green this month, so that's good. I don't think the S&P was at all. But I plan tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to have tomorrow at noon Pacific time, and I'll post it, is the weekend review. So I'll go over these stocks a little closer and also look at closing out the month and looking at how the premium picks performed over the month through January. So that's what's going on here. So I'm just going to glance around, look at some charts just like I do every day. And let me see if the Q&A thing works. It was disabled. Okay, Q&A is there. It's working. All right. So that's what's going on. Let me jump over to I'm going to jump on over to the charts here, and we're going to take a quick look at a couple things. Pretty much not going to review. I'm not going to go over all the premium picks. I'm saving a lot of that for tomorrow. But what I want to just kind of see is what happened today. Kind of stand back now the markets are closed, get a look and see, really get a closer look and see how things fared. In the heat of the battle during the day, which I do not sit at the monitor all day and watch stocks. People think sometimes that I day trade and I'm here all day. No, I don't want to be. It's too easy to get emotion and too easy to allow yourself to overtrade. I just don't need to be. That's like, to me, it's like staring over the bow of a ship straight down at the water and looking at every wave. I don't need to do that. I'd rather sit back on the bridge and look at the horizon. You know what I mean? I don't need to ride every wave. That's for sure. So yeah, so that's that. So why don't we jump on over to the charts? We're going to take a look at a couple of things here. Like I said, if somebody does arrive here and they let me turn on, make sure the chat is enabled as well. If anybody say hello in the chat. I believe I'll be alerted to that, and I will know you're there. If not, I'll check it here occasionally as well. And there is the Q&A. If anybody, if you chat and I don't hear you, try the Q&A, and I think I'm alerted to that as well. All right. So this is what we're looking at. This is just Apple. I just wanted to pull this up today. So, okay, there's Apple. What I wanted to look at, first off, of course, is I always want to take a look at the markets. I got a lot of lines here. Let me let me go through here and delete some of these. I like to redraw them. I like to refamiliarize myself with the support and resistance with a lot of different things here. So I know it's probably taking some time to do all that, but whatever. Let me first off, let me jump to the weekly here. Now this is again, this is kind of important. I'll probably cover some of this again tomorrow, but being the final day of the month. But this is the weekly chart on the S&P, and to me it's important to look also not only at the daily but the weekly. Get an idea what the trend is. Clearly we're still up. Here's the monthly. Looking pretty good on the monthly. Who's going to argue with that, right? So let's go back to the weekly here. Okay, so here's the weekly. This is the Spider S&P 500 ETF. Okay, so obviously here, this is where we've been since December. Looking a little ugly. We don't have as much order and action as really we've had. Now it's choppy. It's all over the place. It's quite crazy. Let me jump back over to the daily now. Okay, so here we are. So back here, this dip, this is our, that's October 16th, 15th pop here, back up. Here's your December 15th, 16th area. Obviously, we had come up, made new highs. That was excellent news, but just didn't have enough and pulled back. We did create higher lows off that. Then we went up, did not make higher highs. I was hoping we would come up maybe to this range, even a little bit above. I was hoping we'd find new area here. Let me see if I can do this. Okay, something like that. You guys get it. Let me get rid of this line. Okay, see, I was hoping this time we would come up and we'd hit that. Let me see if I can draw a parallel here. It will never be the same angle. Sometimes it is. No, it's clearly not. Well, there you go. Okay, now that's parallel with that upper line. So we got a pretty good channel there. Okay, so look at that. So we've come down to this area now here. Good 3 times. And of course, what I also see here is that. Okay, drawing lines all over a chart is a good thing. I think it's because it's kind of how you're going to see support and resistance and trend lines. And if it's your chart and you're drawing on it, draw over it. You're going to see a lot of things. Now, when I draw on a chart, I'm trying to present it to you so you can see it. When I look at these by myself, I draw all over them, but I clean it up because I want to see, certain patterns and things like that. And it wouldn't make any sense to you. That's why I just deleted everything I had just done. But anyways here, so yeah, well, we're obviously not making new highs anymore. That's kind of a concern. I mean, we didn't even here. We came up to that same area. And, now we have this lower support line. It is on an incline a little bit there, but, are we going to come up again? Are we going to come up? Are we going to come up and then hit this area, just over 200 and then fall back to it again? I don't know. I mean, if you look at this is kind of a bearish pattern. I don't know. It's kind of a more bearish than bullish, I would say right now. But, kind of hard to say, of course. I mean, that's just the way the market's been, If you got to look at this from a technical aspect. But at the same time, I know how the market's been. So I'm kind of tending to lean a little bit more bearish. But if this stock, I could also look at this and call it bullish. But I'm going to call it more bearish today. But either way, I want bullish. I'm a bullish. I like playing stocks on the bullish side. And when the market does well, I do well, and you'll do well. So, yeah, so that's that. Let's look at NASDAQ here. Looking about the same. Again, here's our October dip here. Here's our September. We made new highs. Did not make new highs. We made new lows or higher lows. Looking a little bit different here. So, all right, let's look at the Dow. The Dow was a little bit different. Yeah, Dow is struggling a little bit more. You look at these 3 candles here. So hopefully the Dow is not more indicative of what the market wants to do. I know it's the Dow, but I don't know. I'm a little more hopeful on this. So not very good. So this closed at what? 17,164. Yeah. So not very good. Definitely want to hold 17,000. That's going to be just underneath the 200-day moving average, which is right here. So, but the good news is this week is over. And next week is a new week and a new month. So let's get January behind us. And, I've heard a lot of stories about January, and historically, I don't recall. I don't go back and study each month by month and year by year. A lot of people do that. I definitely read about it, but I'm not remembering exactly what that was. But yeah, so again, next, on Monday, we're going to have a new week, new month. Let's turn this boat around and find new ground here. So looking at the stocks on my watch list, the big one for the day, which there aren't many for the day. There's a few. Big one for the day is BIB, Biogen, 10.1%. And you can see that I kind of had drawn this year-long ascending triangle pattern. We've come up to this area, a couple times last year. I take that back. It's last February, March, or 2014. Pulled back, came up to this area about 350 again. You can see that you can draw this line in here a bit, pull back, and we seem to always be making new higher highs essentially, except back in this area again. That's our October area. Here's our that's not the December, that's November. We gapped up. Here's our December area, December dip. Anyways, now we're finally breaking out of that. And, these lines are never always exact. And you can see we've come up underneath it, above it a little bit. Line kind of serves more of an average in this case. But in here, clearly we're now above it. So we finally had broken through. I did not play BIB, but it's been on our watch list here for a while. CPHD has made the premium picks list here. I'll have to pull it up here. Why don't I do that? CPHD. No, it's not on the list unless that was 2014. I think it made the list back in here. I don't know. Anyways, it's just up 4.4%. Yeah, look at HAR. Nice. Where is HAR? That was on last year's list as well, 2014. Let's look at 2014 here. HAR, there it is. So, actually, it was January 7th. Did that not carry over? January 7th. It's not there. What the heck? I didn't carry it over. Anyways, it's up 29% right now. Interesting. Okay, well, we finally got that. I know what happened. Back here, when it made the picks list, we made our entry and we stopped out. So, yeah. So, but anyways, when it came right back, suckered us out and then took off without us, off earnings here. Look at that, $1.79 versus $1.29. Was that 38% increase over beat expectations by 38%. So that's good. Okay, and then we got some 2% gainers here for today. There's EPAM. Let me see if anything's really jump out at me. FTNT. This made the premium picks the other day. Earnings took a turd. Missed it by a penny, and this thing just dropped. Yeah, not good. So that is that play is out the window. It's too bad. OTEX. This never did make our entry. If it had, we would have stopped out, but it did not make our entry, as you can see here. This made the list yesterday, I think. No, not yesterday. Obviously, OTEX, where'd it go? Made the list here a few days ago. No, it just made I'm sorry. There's 30 stocks on the premium list right now and quite a few more on the watch list. It just made the watch list the other day back in this area. Oh, yeah, you can see this is right through the chart. So it was right at this line here. And then obviously hit earnings and it didn't It did not graduate from the watch list to the premium picks list. Okay, so anyways, you can see these gains are over here on the right. You can see a few in green. They did not do much today, and it was really a down day. Let's jump to the worst stock of the day. Here it is. Hawaiian Holdings. Oh, dear God. Okay, so this made the premium picks list back here. We made our entry, and we hit earnings. I don't like playing earnings for this reason. This is just one of those nightmare cases. Boom, here you go. You're down 27% today. And it was more at one point. So just ugly. Just ugly, ugly, ugly. ALGN. Yeah, earnings, man. Some people just play earnings. That's a gamble if you ask me. You know, because, I mean, again, you can get times where they beat earnings and the stock goes way down, plummets. Other times they miss earnings and the thing takes off. I just don't get it. Of course, with Allergen here, or Align, this isn't the case, but yeah. NetSuite, how did it do? Oh, why is that on my list? Expectation or estimate was a 25-cent loss per share. Huh. Well, that stock does not make my criteria. If it's losing money, it's now off my list. Good, good, good. Okay. Save down. Spirit Airlines down 7%. Yikes. So we got earnings coming up. Expectations are 77. Yeah, so RH. I'm currently in RH. I got my stop all the way down here. I don't think I'm going to let this thing goes Monday. If we're red Monday, I'm going to probably bail on it. Now, see, I like to stick with my plan. But again, if the markets are not positive, I'm not going to let it thing tank even further just so I can stick to my plan. I mean, it's good to stick to the plan. I don't lower my stops, that's for sure. If anything, I'll raise them. I guess that's kind of the point when you talk about sticking to your plan. It takes the worry, it takes the emotion out, okay? Because when I set my stop, when I got into this, I got in here, whatever I'm at. When I set my stop, every trade before I get in, I'm going to determine how much I'm willing to risk, okay? Doesn't matter if I have $1 million in the bank to play with, or 5,000, or 500. Okay, it's how much am I willing to? Okay, and what's $100 mean to you? Is it nothing? Is it a lot? You know what I mean? So then you need to look at setups where the risk reward is proper. Okay, so if you look at this and you say, well, I'm willing to risk $500, I need to calculate and see if I can play this. If my stop is too low and it's at like 10%, and that's going to exceed what I'm willing to risk versus the reward, I'm not going to play it. Okay. So when I got into this and I set my stop down here at 85, whatever it is, 85.57. Okay. I accepted that. And so this can go down there. It could have clipped this today and stopped me out, and I'm not going to cry one bit. Okay. Because I planned that. That was the plan, So, and if it does that, then I think it's going to continue, So that's kind of like when you trade, you really got to take the emotion out of it. And again, you set your plan, you find the setups that have the best risk reward, where you think they're going to go. And you have to accept, almost plan that you're going to stop out. That sounds kind of crazy, but if you do, you can't let pride get in the way. You can't let ego, pride, all that get in the way. Again, a lot of people think that you're going to go to bat and you're going to swing and you're going to hit home runs every time. And obviously that's not the case. And you got to expect strikeouts sometimes, your swings, strikes. And because if you don't, you're going to let emotion get in the way. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to make stupid calls. You're going to change your plan. You're going to do a lot of things. So anyways, if Monday's bad, this is going to continue. So unless the markets are just absolutely the world markets and everything is great Monday, this thing's going to continue. But we could have an awesome Monday and this thing can get a nice big open and just continue, and just could be a shakeout for a lot of people. So, but again, if I get down beneath this, let me zoom in again here a little bit so you can see. Sorry. If you look at this low on this candle right here, which is 86.69, I know it's not much, but if the market's down Monday and then I clear that, I'll probably just bail on it. I'm not going to take another dollar wherever my stop is here, anyways. Yeah, it's another dollar. It'd be, I don't know. I mean, I can just whatever. So, and again, everything's dependent on the markets. I have all these setups here, and so many of them do well, but most of them follow the market. Again, overall with all 30 stocks, we were up 6.5% like 3 days ago for the month. S&P is negative. Back to January 1st. Where's January? Here's January 6th. Okay, so the 2nd. So this day. Okay, so 206, 199. That's in the red. Okay. I know this is the Spider S&P 500, but whatever. It's in the red. We were up. But now, So, but anyways, that's all right. Tomorrow's Monday's a new month and a new week. And you know what? Don't let that stuff chase you out. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. Anyway, so let me look at these stocks. So this is everything here on my watch list. So HA 26, 27%, ALGN down 10, 7, 6, 5s. A lot of 5s, a lot of 4s and 3s. And, these are all good, strong companies here. But you know what? It's Friday. The market's down. People are pulling their money. You know what? They're out of here. We'll see you next week. And I don't have cable. I don't watch the news, actually. I get my news from the markets, essentially. But, there could have been some real economic, political, cultural uncertainty today. I don't know. Why don't we take a look, actually, while we're here? We have the answer to this question because I might as well. I'm going to look it up anyways here in a minute. All right. That wasn't it. It was right here. Stock skid for second month. Dow down 250. Okay, let's get the quick synopsis here, and I don't need video, CNBC. It's going to load and it's going to stream here. Okay. U.S. stocks declined on Friday with benchmarks down for a second month after data showed U.S. economic growth slowed sharply in the fourth quarter after Russia's central bank unexpectedly cut its benchmark interest rate. That's right. Didn't Russia raise their interest rate to like 17% one night? No, that was Ukraine. No, I don't know who that was. That was a month or two ago. That freaked everybody out. Russia has joined the QE. Sure, that helped. Means crude situation is having a bigger effect than many would like to acknowledge, which indicates Bank of Russia is shifting its priorities from curbing rising inflation and backing the ruble. They spelled the ruble wrong. To supporting economic activity. Already deep underwater, stock futures retained stiff losses after Commerce reported gross GDP expanded at 2.6% annual rate after the third quarter's 5% jaw-dropping pace. We got a bit of a disappointment with the GDP numbers. Outside that, it's still SOS. We're still in that awkward spot between monetary tightening that the Fed has said they will do and the economic data coming out that's not that great. We got quantitative easing around the world, sends the United States, and deflation around much of the world. A lot of people are questioning the wisdom of raising interest rates at this point. Okay. So anyways, here's the bottom line on the markets today. Dow Jones down 1.45%, S&P down 1.3%, NASDAQ down 1.03%. All right. So that's what's up. Okay, well, I'm not going to look much more at this. I mean, we got a lot of red here. Let me see if there's anything. ADSX. This was down 2.8% today. This thing's just been crazy. Let's see here. ZLTQ, we're still in the green on that. Let me jump over here, sort this. Oh, let's see, Ulta. Okay, stand by. TXRH. I made the premium picks list a few days ago. It still did not make our entry yet. That's why we set it there, because this thing could continue down. TSRA. Okay, so this was a good one for us. Got back in here in the, I thought it was the 7th. No, it's 14th, 15th. Took off right away. So we're still up on this. This looks good. We have earnings coming up. Let me zoom this out a bit. We can kind of see a little bit better. Okay. Looking good so far. UTHR. It's another one. Okay, yeah, we got in down here off the support. And it just took off. Look at that every day. A lot of green candles there on the daily. Now we're getting our pullback. How far is it going to pull back? First spot I would like to see is expect, anyways, down here 136 range, but doesn't mean it's going to. You know, again, Monday, markets are green. This is going to take right off again and go and find new highs. Who else was finding new highs? Oh, who was that? Is it not TNet? I've had my eye on somebody here. Who was it? All right. Well, PKG? Nope. Boy. Well, they met expectations at earnings here. Didn't make the entry so far. Good thing. Good thing. Look at that. Holy smokes. Yeah, I tell you what, you know, this has been one really good strategy that I've been able to use. Again, and it's just setting an entry up a little bit more. Find previous resistance or previous high off a candle. Just a recent high, and set your entry above it. And I like to let it close up into that new area, not just cross it. Again, you can have it cross it strong one day, markets turn, and you can get a nice big wick that goes through it, and it would sucker you into it. But geez, it's I'm actually surprised how great of a strategy it's working, especially now that I'm talking to you about it and kind of showing you examples. I've been doing it for a while, and it, you know, always seems to work great. But now here I'm kind of like talking about it and showing the charts. I really can't believe how well it works. You know, it's pretty cool. So PCYC. Okay, this is the one. PCYC. This is our winner this month. We're getting this on the 2nd. Okay, made the watch list. This made the premium picks list back on the 2nd. It was this day right here. And back then at the first of the month here, first of the year, when stocks made the premium picks list, they just made the list for entry. I didn't have the target set. Anyways, I've changed that a bit now to be a little clearer on the entries. But anyways, so here we are. So anyways, this thing's just broke out of this area here, and off we go. So it's up. Let me see where this is at. Yeah, 33% right now. So awesome. We got earnings coming up here. Expecting 88 cents is the estimate. Previously it was 53 with expectations of 45. So this is a good, strong company. Before that, it was a 49 cent loss per share. So this company's really turning things around. Before that, 23 cents. Wow. Okay. So let me look at the weekly here on this chart. Okay. Looking good. Well, you imagine getting in about down here at 50 cents, 65 cents back in 2008. Tell you what, boy, you get some of these stocks and these young companies. I don't suggest it. Okay, I'm just kind of going back here at 2010. This is the weekly chart. I mean, but even going back here, this thing's trading $2. You know, you finally get some new highs. Break above the 200. Look at that. Boom. And you're running what, $3 to 269 to 860. Pull back a bit. Okay, and then we get now earnings are showing up. Again, you gotta love new highs. I'll tell you what. Okay, right here. Look at this area. Okay. Find new high and takes off. Again, let this trade sideways a bit. Find new highs. Let it go. Here, it doesn't make new highs. It falls off. Good. Okay, well, maybe you're out by then. Wait for new highs. Look over here. You finally get new highs. Trade sideways with it, and then boom. Yeah. Okay. Well, folks, okay, and then finally, anyways, here we are. So we are in the new highs right now. So awesome. Let's go back to the daily. Okay, again, we have earnings coming up. Let me draw this on here while I remember. I like to throw this here. Nice yellow vertical line. So I'm looking at the chart. I see kind of a roadblock there. All right, so that's what I'm going to do tonight. So that's going to pretty much conclude tonight's happy hour video. Oh my gosh, I hope I've been doing screen share this whole time. Where's my window? Yes, I have. Okay, good. I'm going to stop screen share. Get the camera back. Okay, tonight's happy hour obviously is a little shorter. So far, we're about half an hour into it. That's good because tomorrow is the weekend review video. So tomorrow at noon Pacific is the weekend review. So I'll go over the premium picks list more close. Tomorrow I'll also have an updated watch list. And all that gets posted on the weekends. The weekends are a real busy time around here. So I have to get the stuff updated. At the same time, we're also going to look at our performance for January. I intend to have some numbers. So we'll take a look and see how we've done so far this month compared to the markets. I know we're already well up, so that's awesome. So that is that. Hey, if you haven't checked it out yet, come on over to TopFlightTrades.com. We still have free spots in our charter membership. So if you go sign up over there right now, you get free premium content, premium picks, everything for life for free. Just opening the door. So come on over, check it out. Love to hear from you. And again, the whole point of the site here is to provide resources, guidance, education, everything to help you become a better trader. My quick story is I've been doing this for a few years. I've learned every lesson, and I'm not going to sit here and hog all my lessons learned. I pretty much want to share those with you because if you're a new trader, a young trader, I just want to contribute and bring some value to you so you can hold on to your capital, because I lost a bit of capital early on making foolish mistakes, and I wish somebody would have pointed a lot of this stuff out to me. So, and we make some really good picks around here. So, all right. Well, I look forward to seeing you. And if you're not a member yet, come on over. I'd love to meet you. And for our members, look for the invite here. I'll send it out here in a few minutes for tomorrow at noon. So that the weekend review will be on the 31st, January 31st, Saturday, 12 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Thanks a lot, folks, and have a good evening. Bye. Oh, go Seahawks.